Let me start with a confession. I was supposed to write this script yesterday. Actually, scratch that, last week. Fine, you got me. I promised myself I'd start it 3 months ago, but instead I reorganized my sock drawer by emotional support level. Because obviously, the world cannot continue to spin unless my mismatched socks are lined up like they're auditioning for a talent show. That's procrastination for you. It doesn't announce itself like a grand villain. No, procrastination slithers in, whispers in your ear, and suddenly you're deep cleaning the microwave instead of finishing your super important life-changing task. It's like, hey buddy, I know you've got a deadline tomorrow, but wouldn't it be revolutionary if you learned how to fold a fitted sheet right now? And my brain, traitor that it is, nods like, yes, this is urgent. Humanity depends on it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That weird little shuffle between I'll do it in 5 minutes and oops, it's next year. 1 second you're opening a Word document, the next you're 42 minutes into a YouTube video about a man who built a canoe out of milk cartons. And the terrifying part, you don't even like canoes. Procrastination has this supernatural ability to make every irrelevant task look desirable. Suddenly, bills can wait. Work emails. Forget about it. But cleaning that tiny spot on the wall you've ignored for 2 years? Now it's the most important mission of your life. I once avoided finishing a project by deciding I urgently needed to learn how to whistle with 2 fingers. Spoiler alert, I still can't whistle, and the project was late. Here's how it usually starts. I sit at my desk, crack my knuckles like I'm about to save the world, open my laptop, and think, today, I will be productive. And then I blink. Just a blink. Somehow that blink lasted 3 hours, and now I'm horizontal on my bed scrolling through videos of raccoons stealing cat food. You know it's bad when you start defending it. This is research, inspiration, productivity. And don't get me started on the mental negotiation. You know, that little courtroom in your brain where procrastination is the smooth-talking lawyer. Me, I should start this report now. Brain, hear me out. You could reorganize your spice rack alphabetically. C for cumin, P for paprika, and T for totally avoiding responsibility. Me, but the deadline. Brain, deadlines are just suggestions, like traffic rules in a video game. Every procrastinator has their signature distraction. Some people doom scroll, others binge watch entire series in one sitting. Me. I invent new chores. The other day, I spent an entire afternoon scrubbing the baseboards in my apartment. I don't even know what a baseboard does. Is it structural? Decorative? Who cares? Apparently, it was my Everest that day. And don't think procrastination is just laziness. Oh no. It's an art form. It's creative avoidance at its finest. It's me convincing myself that watching 17 How to Be Productive videos back-to-back is basically the same as actually being productive. By the time I finish watching, I'm too exhausted to try any of the tips. It's like carb-loading before running a marathon, except I never run the marathon. Sometimes procrastination goes full drama. Picture me sitting at my desk like some tragic character in a soap opera, hand on forehead, sighing dramatically. How can I possibly write this? The lighting isn't right. The vibe is off. My chair is squeaky. Mercury might be in retrograde. Like I'm waiting for Shakespeare himself to descend from the heavens and hand me a quill. And yet, the absolute worst moment is the panic phase. You know the one. That magical hour when the deadline transforms from, meh, I've got time, to, dear God I have 60 minutes left and 10 hours of work to do. Suddenly you're typing at the speed of light, fueled by pure adrenaline and bad coffee, questioning every life choice you've ever made. Why didn't I start this earlier? Why am I like this? Who hurt me? But here's the plot twist, somehow, you always manage to pull it off. Against all odds, you hit submit at 11:59 p.m., drenched in sweat, whispering, I'll never do this again. And then, cut to next week, you're doing the exact same thing. It's like a toxic relationship. You know it's bad for you, but there's something thrilling about dancing with disaster. Let's talk about procrastination guilt. The worst invention since kale chips. It's that heavy little gremlin that sits on your chest while you're binge-watching reality TV. You're not even enjoying the show anymore because every contestant's dramatic meltdown reminds you of your to-do list. Sure, Karen is crying over her sourdough starter, but at least she started something, unlike me. And then comes future me fantasy. You know, the delusion that tomorrow you'll magically become a hyper-efficient productivity god. Today I rest, but tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow I will wake up at 5 a.m., meditate, run 6 miles, eat kale, and finish my project in one sitting. And then tomorrow arrives, and somehow it looks suspiciously like today, except with more crumbs in the bed. One time, I made an entire procrastination schedule. I literally planned out when I'd procrastinate. Monday, avoid emails. Tuesday, deep dive into penguin documentaries. Wednesday, spend 4 hours staring at the wall. By Friday, I felt so accomplished in avoiding things that I gave myself a reward. For doing nothing. That's Olympic-level avoidance, folks. But the thing that really gets me? Procrastination disguises itself as productivity. You'll be knee-deep in busy work that doesn't matter at all, but you'll strut around like you just cured world hunger. I didn't write the paper, but I color-coded my bookshelf. Look at this rainbow of avoidance. And the internet doesn't help. Oh, the internet is like Disneyland for procrastinators. One innocent Google search for how to focus better, and suddenly you're learning about how lobsters pee out of their faces. Why do I know this? Because I was supposed to be working. Here's the absurd climax. Procrastination once made me reorganize my entire life. No exaggeration. I had a project due, so naturally, I decided to clean out my childhood closet. That led me down a spiral where I found old yearbooks, sat on the floor for 5 hours reliving my awkward teenage years, and ended the night crying over a participation certificate from 3rd grade. Meanwhile, the project? Still untouched. So what's the witty realization here? Simple, procrastination isn't going away. It's like that one clingy friend who overstays their welcome. You can fight it, resist it, even scream at it, but at the end of the day, it's part of the human condition. The trick isn't to destroy procrastination, the trick is to outsmart it. Sometimes that means starting tiny, like opening the document and typing one word. Sometimes it means bribing yourself, write one paragraph, then you get snacks. Sometimes it's just accepting that you're going to waste 30 minutes but at least start after that. Because here's the thing, procrastination will never vanish completely. But progress, even the smallest step, feels so much better than the endless guilt loop of avoidance. And when you finally finish the thing you've been putting off, the relief is sweeter than any Netflix binge. So if you're watching this instead of doing your work, congratulations, you're procrastinating right now. Welcome to the club. But maybe, just maybe, close this after and do that one tiny step, not the whole mountain. Just one step. And if you don't, well, there's always tomorrow. Which is procrastination's favorite word. But hey, at least your baseboards will be spotless. And hey, if you've ever cleaned your entire house instead of doing your actual work, then you already owe me a like. Drop a comment with the weirdest thing you've done to procrastinate. And of course, subscribe, because let's be honest, you'll probably be back here procrastinating again tomorrow.